South Wales Rural Clinical School is fully committed to its plan for a medical school in Wagga, despite a similar proposal announced by Charles Sturt University this week. A push for the separate facilities is causing mixed reaction among medical professionals and the wider community.
In December last year, UNSW announced its plan to build a $50 million rural medical school. On Wednesday, CSU unveiled a similar $30 million proposal. Both developments are subject to federal government funding.
I feel quite strongly that it is untenable to have two rural medical schools in Wagga Wagga. I think we have the runs on the board. We run an excellent program, and it would be quite easy for us to expand that into a whole rural medical school concept.
Local doctors disagree.
There's no reason why Wagga, I believe Wagga Wagga has the capacity to have two campuses of medical schools in it. It's not like we're having two whole medical schools in Wagga Wagga. What we're talking about is having the campuses of two universities here.
A roundtable meeting between the tertiary institutions is expected in the near future.
I'll certainly be trying to facilitate such a meeting and such a collaborative effort because, it's going to be difficult, obviously, to get two rural medical schools up and running.
Medical schools to date have failed to deliver enough GPs to rural areas. There is hope that by taking students who want to work regionally, the problem will be addressed.
I think everyone accepts that we're now training enough doctors. And I think everyone accepts that we need to move training from cities to the country to encourage students to stay in the country once they graduate.
A funding announcement could be made as early as the May budget. Sarah Bonnell, Win News.
Meanwhile, the University of Wollongong says it's helping to address the need for more healthcare professionals in regional and rural Australia. This year, enrolment figures show more students from the bush will study medicine at the university than any other medical school in the state.
These students are among the lucky 86 chosen from hundreds of applicants vying for a place at UOW's Graduate School of Medicine.
My first degree was as a physio, and through my work as a physio I saw what happens in the hospitals and just was always curious, so I just had to scratch the itch and go and do medicine.
Almost 70% of the cohort is made up of students from country New South Wales, including Griffith. Across Australia, the average rural enrolment for medical students is only 25%.
They understand how to work and live in communities, the special nature of living in smaller communities and the privilege of being a medical practitioner in such communities.
The shortage of doctors in rural Australia is a long-standing problem.
There's a lot of data coming out that even with the growth of new medical schools, a lot of those graduates are going into metro hospitals, and yet the real workforce need and the real healthcare need is in remote and rural Australia.
The students here will spend at least 12 months of their 4-year degree working in regional locations, including the Murrumbidgee, in the hope they'll return.
There's potential benefits for the doctors themselves with a great work-life balance and a great lifestyle out in the country.
I want to return so that I can give that back for the younger generation.
Brina Barrett, Win News.